Alright, I've spent a few days with Samsung's latest pocket powerhouse, the Galaxy Z Flip 7, and I'm ready to spill. No fluff, just first-hand impressions from that moment when you fold it open and life gets better. Your first feeling in your first hold, it hits you. The Flip 7 feels sleek. Opened, it's slim. Folded, it's compact. No gap in the hinge. It closes with a quiet, confident click. It's reassuring, it doesn't feel fragile. Quite the opposite. It's ready for life in your pocket or your jeans. Alongside to many bottles of whiskey, just my tester method, color speaks personality. My sultry blue shadow version glides in your pocket. Coral red, on the other hand, is impossible to ignore. Fun, bold, confident. No matter what you pick, Samsung nailed the finish. Built to handle your world, durability matters. Armor aluminum on the frame, Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on both front and back. So far, no scuffs, not even a fingerprint smudge. I've been tossing it in my pocket with keys, cash, and yes, the whiskey again, and it keeps its pristine look. That glass is doing serious guard duty. Yes, it can get oily if you eat fried food or sweat a bit, but a quick wipe and it's good as new. Even after a walk in the sun, it's looking sharp. Pocketable perfection. Flip phones reign supreme in compactness. This one fits effortlessly into pocket, feels almost unobtrusive. It's a tiny package, yet unfolds into something powerful. That's the magic of the Flip 7. Cover screen. Your shortcut hub for 0.1-inch cover screen is a surprise hit. Smooth 120Hz refresh. Widgets, notifications, live controls, all available at a flick. Swipe control of music apps, quick replies to texts. Drag widgets with ease, though sometimes it jumps if your fingers too light or the screen feels extra sensitive on sticky fingers. No need to unfold for quick tasks. It's almost as good as using the full display, and with Gemini Live support, you get smart assistance without ever opening it. Unfolded. The stretchy wonder when I do open it. The 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED TX display takes over. Crisp, bright, vivid. The crease, almost gone. The ridge is tiny. You feel it with your thumb, but it disappears from sight as soon as you start using it. Samsung did an amazing job here. Sunlight can reflect off that glass a bit, but only a couple days out of the year in the UK. Other than that, it's perfect. Flex mode, magenta mode is useful. Start typing long messages or watching something and boom, it stands on its own. Doesn't always switch automatically, but double tap solves that. It's a small annoyance in an otherwise clever gesture. Audio that by test the loud stereo. Speakers surprise you, even with drilling next door. I can stream Netflix clearly. And bonus, they're not muffled when you're watching on the cover screen. Good balance, solid clarity, performance, and power. Under the hood is Samsung's new Exynos 2500, backed by 12GB RAM. Day-to-day tasks are smooth. Occasionally a hiccup here or there, but nothing jarring. Gaming, solid, but not elite. High-performance titles like Warriors and Waves are playable, but you'll hit dips unless you dial down graphics. Temperatures rise along the hinge under load, but stay manageable. It warms up, but it doesn't burn. Battery life, as solid. Companion battery clocks in at 4,300 mAh. With mixed use, messaging, browsing, camera, video chat, Spotify, I hit 5 to 6 hours screen on time. End of day, battery saver kicks in around 10%, but there's still juice to spare. Past flip phones had me worried, not this time. On intensive play, fully gaming on the unfolded display? About 3.5 hours, not bad for this form factor. Charging, though, is a bit slow. 25 West wired is not blazing fast, more like grab a coffee. Wireless is capped at 15 West, decent for desks, but overnight charging is best. Cameras, familiar and reliable. Main camera stays the same as Flip 6 to 50MP plus 12MP ultra wide, no changes here. It's reliable for everyday use, selfies, fire, a palm or tab login, simple and effective. Videos record up to 4060 fps, audio clear, stabilization strong. Auto zoom can overreact. It zooms out unexpectedly, but results are still solid for casual vlogging. Final thoughts for now. So, after day 1 it's clear, Galaxy Z Flip 7 is a strong contender. Slim design, rugged build, compact and pocketable. Smooth, nearly crease-free main screen, great cover screen usability, reliable battery life, solid performance, familiar but solid camera. As few niggles, fingerprint sensor struggles with moisture. Hinge auto switch intent mode sometimes misses. Charging could be faster. Gaming performance modest. And the main screen reflects sunlight occasionally. Still, for a pocket phone with Flip magic, it's performing beautifully. This feels like a phone ready for daily life. Stylish, dependable, practical, the creases are nearly gone. Flip life looks brighter than ever. Asterisk alright, so I've had the Galaxy Z Flip 7 in my hands for a few days now. It's been in my pocket, on my desk, in my bag, and yes, briefly under a coffee cup when I ran out of coasters. This phone already feels like something I've used for weeks. Not because it's boring, but because it just slides right into your life without asking for special treatment. That's kind of rare for foldables. Let's break it all down. The build, the displays, the feel, and how it's holding up after day 1. That first unfold, first time you flip it open, there's this satisfying click. It's not a loud sound. It's subtle, confident. You know immediately this hinge is doing serious work. Zero gap, tight, firm. You can open it with one hand once you get the hang of it. No wobble, just smooth motion from start to finish. And yes, closing it is even better. Snap it shut and it feels like punctuation. Done texting, snap. Finish scrolling, snap. Flip phones are back, and that mechanical satisfaction is a big part of the charm. In the pocket, real comfort. Let's talk about how this thing actually fits into your life. In your pocket, it's smaller than a standard phone, but it's thicker, right? So you'd think it might feel bulky. It doesn't. I wore slim jeans all week. It didn't poke, didn't feel heavy, and didn't jab into my thigh when I sat down. It just disappeared. Even with my mini whiskey bottle test yap, I carried 2 tiny bottles and this phone in the same pocket it passed. It didn't scratch. It didn't flex. It didn't feel like it needed babying. And when you pull it out to answer a call or reply to a text, it feels cool. Like retro cool, like people glance over to see what you're using. That doesn't happen often with slab phones anymore. Material talk. This thing's tough, let's be real. Foldables had a shaky start. People worried about fragility, but the Flip 7 shuts those worries down fast. The frame, armor aluminum. It's solid, doesn't creak, doesn't flex. I tried to twist it, don't recommend doing that, but I did. No bend, this thing's sturdy. Front and back are Gorilla Glass. Victus 2, and so far, it's taken no damage, no micro scratches, no mystery lines. I've tossed it in a bag with keys. I've held it with sweaty gym hands, it's fine. Wipe it off and it looks brand new again. If you're worried about durability, I get it, but after a few days, I'm confident this thing can handle life. Cover display, surprisingly capable for 0.1-inch outer display, might be the star of the show. You'd think it's just for checking notifications, right? Wrong, this thing runs apps. You can swipe through widgets, control music, start voice memos, check the weather, reply to messages, use maps. It's a real screen, not a gimmick. It's got a 120Hz refresh rate, so it's smooth and snappy. The response is near instant. Swipe left or right, and it just works. There's even a launcher mode now that lets you run full apps. Yes, Gmail, YouTube, Telegram, even Google Maps all work from the cover screen. That's not just useful. That's powerful. Sometimes the touch feels a bit too sensitive, especially if your fingers are dry or sweaty. But 9 times out of 10, it reacts exactly how you want it to. Main screen, almost crease-free, fold it, and you get a beautiful 6.9-inch AMOLED screen. Samsung's best, bright, punchy, smooth. 120Hz. HDR10+. Colors pop, blacks are deep, and everything looks crisp. But what about the crease? It's still there, but it's way less noticeable. When you scroll or swipe across it, your finger might feel it, but your eyes? They don't. There's no distracting shadow line like before. You stop noticing it after 10 minutes. I even forgot it existed while watching a movie. That's a big win. The screen also gets plenty bright outdoors. Direct sunlight mid-afternoon, still readable. Not perfect, but better than any Flip model before it. Hinge behavior, confident, but not perfect. Hinge is tight. You can set the screen at any angle and it stays there. You want 90 degrees for flex mode? It stays. Tent mode for a YouTube break? Solid, but here's a minor quirk. Sometimes flex mode doesn't kick in immediately, like you bend it halfway and expect the UI to switch. But it doesn't. You give it a little nudge, or just double tap, and then it responds. Not a deal breaker, but noticeable. Fingerprint and face unlock. Mixed bag. Fingerprint sensor is on the side, built into the power button. Most of the time, it's fast, but here's the thing, if your fingers are damp, it misses. You'll fail a couple times, then finally resort to face unlock, which thankfully is speedy. Just look at it and you're in. If you're someone who uses lotion or gets sweaty hands a lot, be ready for the occasional retry. Audio, it packs a punch. Stereo speakers are actually good, balanced, loud enough for casual video watching. No distortion at high volumes, and the best part? The sound doesn't get muffled when you use it in tent mode or lay it flat. Samsung nailed the speaker placement this time. Bass isn't ground shaking, but you can watch a full movie without reaching for your earbuds.